All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our listing maintenance training. My name is Robert with Elite Ocean View Realty. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. The reason you're here is because you want to learn how to input a listing into the MLS. So we have the perfect class for you. If you guys have any questions throughout the presentation, please feel free to unmute yourselves. This is a class for you. You're going to learn how to correctly input a listing in the MLS, what you need, and how you get to putting that listing up in the MLS correctly. All right, so of course, you are going to need access to the MLS. So everyone here, you'll log into Matrix MLS so you can learn how to input listings. The one thing that I ask you, you can practice as much as you want. But the one thing I am going to ask you as after you're finished practicing, delete the listing. Do not save it. Because if you save it, you may obviously enter a listing into the MLS that's not supposed to be there. So let's make sure that we know how to practice and we know how to delete the listing before you actually submit it, as an active listing. All right, so let's go ahead and get logged into the MLS. And I want you guys to know that you can follow all of our recordings inside of our YouTube channel. I've already shared the link with you guys inside the chat. So please follow us on our YouTube channel. We will load this video uh, into the YouTube channel shortly. All right, so let's go back into Matrix. So one of the things you're going to need with you when you go to the property is you're going to need to take notes, right? You're going to need to know exactly what is required to enter a listing in the MLS. So luckily for all new agents that don't necessarily know the notes that you need to take, you can always go to the upper right corner where your name is located and you want to go ahead and click on help. I want to show you sort of like a cheat sheet that you need so you can take notes. And that's over here on the left-hand side, and it's called Data Input Forms. And we're going to click on Miami Input Forms. Now, of course, most experienced agents know exactly what notes they need to take, so they don't really carry this form with them. But if you're brand new and you've never entered a listing in the MLS, I do recommend that you guys download yourselves a copy of the single family home and then also the condo, and then also the residential rental. You want to know exactly what notes you need to take in order to upload a listing. So let's take a look at the single family home. Everything that has a red R next to it is required. So make sure you know the area, of course, the street number and the street name. Everything that you see here in R is required. So you can take this with you and you can take all the notes, and now you'll be ready to enter a listing in the MLS. Okay. So again, most experienced agents don't really carry this with them. They already know what is required to enter a listing in the MLS. But for you guys who are brand new, this may be helpful. All right. So once again, where are you going to find this? You're going to find this inside of the help section up here on the upper right corner by your name. And it's the input forms. And you have here the single family home. You got the condo. You have the residential income. You have here the residential rental, residential land, commercial property, and business opportunity. All right, guys, that's in the help section. All right, so let's go ahead and click on My Matrix, and let's go ahead and get started with our class. All right, so on the upper right corner in your menu items, you're going to find the word More, and we're going to go ahead and click on Add Edits. We are going to go through the entire exercise of adding a listing in the MLS and the do's and don'ts. All right, so on the left, you're going to find in blue the words Add New. And then right next to that, Edit Existing. So you can edit your existing listings as well. If you look here, I open a drop-down menu and I do have here one listing that's currently for sale. All right, if I wish to edit this listing, I just got to click here and edit the listing. Otherwise, we're going to practice today how to add a new listing. So let's click on Add New. And we're going to land right here. And this time, we need to select what type of property are we about to add in the MLS. So if you are listing a home, then of course, you're going to need single family home. If you're listing a condo, you're going to need a condo. Rental, Anything rental, home, townhouse, villa, condo is residential rental. Okay? Let's go ahead and click on single family home. We're going to practice with a single family home today. I do want to mention before we go any further, of course, you guys all know this. Before you enter a listing in the MLS, you must have a signed exclusive right to sale listing agreement. All right, that is found inside of Form Simplicity. You guys must have a signed listing agreement with the seller's signature that they agree to contract you to list their property for sale. Do not upload a listing in the MLS under any circumstances without a signed listing agreement. We will notice and we will notify you. Please send us the listing agreement. If you do not send us the listing agreement, we will remove the MLS listing from the MLS, okay? Now, let's go ahead and click on Miami-Dade County. You have all of your counties here. These are only the counties in Southeast Florida. Okay, these are only the counties in Southeast Florida. Can you list outside of Southeast Florida? Yes, you can. Okay, you would have to actually click on out of area and you would enter the county yourself in that field. All right, but for Southeast Florida, we're going to go ahead and tax search Miami-Dade County. You can enter the folio number, which is the same as a parcel ID, or you can just enter the property address. I'm going to go ahead and put in here an address that I normally use to practice. Okay, so the address is 1020 and the street is Obispo. All right, this is an address here in Coral Gables. Now, you guys want to practice, perhaps you want to practice with your own house, or maybe a friend's house, a family member's house. You can do so. Just make sure you do not save the MLS listing. You want to click on search and the property is going to show up. There it is. Look to the left and click on fill. That's going to auto-populate all the information from tax record into your MLS listing. All right. Now, coming soon or active. Normally, we enter listings in the MLS when they are ready to go active. There is an option for you to select coming soon and then put the date that you anticipate this listing to go live. You have 21 days from the moment you enter the listing to the moment a coming soon listing becomes live. All right, so just make sure that you guys are going to enter either an active listing or you know what a coming soon listing is. We're going to stick with active and then we're going to move on to location information. Notice we have location information, general information, remarks, rooms, we have additional information, and we have financial information. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and click on location information and begin with the first page. Everything on the screen that is in yellow is exactly the same as everything on that input form that we just showed you that has a red R on it. All right, so when you are taking notes and you see a red R, it's indicating this will be a required field when you enter a listing in the MLS. So let's begin. Miami-Dade County is already pre-filled. The city of Coral Gables is already pre-filled. Then you have over here area. Now, how do we determine the area? Take a look at the folio number. I want you guys, I'm going to review this with you now. So the folio number is 03 41 07 014 0311. The area is always the second digits. All right, the area is always the second set of digits in your folio number. So taking a look up here, we're going to go ahead and select area 41. All right, in Broward County, it's not going to be 2 numbers, it's going to be 4 numbers. So the folio in Broward County, the second set of digits will be 4 numbers instead of 2 numbers. In Dade County, it is 2 numbers. Now, Move on down here, we have municipal code. Let's go ahead and teach you this. So go back to the folio number. 03 is your municipal code. So you come here and you select 3. 03 is the municipal code for the city of Coral Gables. Township and range is the same as area, which is the second set of digits in your folio number. The section is the third set of numbers in your folio number. So section is section 7. 014 is equal to subdivision, and 0311 is equal to the parcel ID, right? So the parcel itself, so the actual property. So now the municipal code, township and range, section, subdivision, and parcel is your folio number, okay? So everyone, guys, area is equal to township and range. Municipal code is always equal to the first set of numbers, and section is always equal to the third set of numbers, okay? All right, so is there anything else yellow in this field? There is none. Everything else is pre-filled. Now, if you guys know the elementary school, middle school, and high school that is assigned to this property, then go ahead and open the drop-down menu and look for that high school, that middle school, that elementary school. You guys want me to show you a little trick how you can figure out what schools are assigned to this property? We're going to open up IMAP up here. See it? I'm going to go ahead and click on IMAP. And I'm going to switch over to the new IMAP. So it keeps on going here to the old IMAP. I'm going to just go ahead and click on use beta version and get over to the new version of IMAP. All right, so the address is 1020 Obispo. So I'm going to go ahead and put in here 1020 Obispo Avenue. And here we have our property. Scroll all the way down on IMAP, which is public record, and you will see the assigned schools. For elementary, we have Coral Gables Preparatory Academy, which is actually a pre-K through 8th grade. For a middle school, we have Ponce de Leon Middle School. And for a high school, we have Coral Gables Senior High School. These are the 3 assigned schools to this property address. So if you want to, you can come here and you can look for Coral Gables Senior High School, right? You can come over here and select Coral Gables. You can come here for a middle school and select Ponce de Leon Middle School. So let's take a look here and let's look for Ponce de Leon. There it is. And then here for elementary school, it's Coral Gables. All right, so let's go ahead and select here Coral Gables once again. And those are your elementary, middle, and high school. Okay. All right, next, we're going to go ahead and click on general information. Is this property a short sale? Okay. No, it's not a short sale. Is this property a foreclosure? Are you listing a foreclosed property? No. So REO is for foreclosures. What is the list price? What is the sales price? So we're going to go ahead and put in here $2.3 million. All right. So we have here $2.3 million is the list price. Style. All right. It is a pool home. So R31 is a pool home. This house has a pool. It is not waterfront. So the house does not have pool and it's not on the water. You are going to be listing R30. If it has a pool, then you do R31. If it's waterfront, then you have all the options down here. So it is a pool only style. Is this property for lease? No, it's not. It's for sale. Why do we have this question? Because sometimes you can list a property that is for sale and the owner also has it listed for rent. whichever comes first. So no, in this case, the owner is not listing the property for lease. Type. This is a single family home, not a mobile home. Front exposure. You have to know this. So when you go to the home and you figure what the front exposure of the home is, you come over here and say it. So I know that this house faces north. You can figure this out real quickly on IMAP if you just go over here, all right, and you take a look at Obispo, and you can flag here the subject property, all right, which is this one right here. Let's take a look at the subject property real quick. All right, let me do the street version. All right, and let's go ahead and well, I know the subject property is. All right, so it's actually right here, 1020 Obispo Avenue, and it faces north, right? It faces north. So again, front exposure is north. Now, as far as the square footage is concerned, guys, do not change the square footage. The square footage comes directly from tax record. This is a 3,164 square foot home. Look at IMAP, on IMAP. All right, on IMAP right here, you're gonna see that this property has 3,164 square feet of living area. So do not change this. Now, if the owner tells you, Robert, but the property is actually larger, then you want to go to building square footage right here. You want to put in the new square footage, and then on the right, you want to select who is responsible for confirming this information. Was it an appraisal? Was it an architect or engineer? Did the owner themselves tell you that the home is bigger? All right, so do not change this. As a matter of fact, you should not touch this at all. Okay. All right. Right here, you have property age description, and this is a resale. The only time that you're going to select new construction is when the property is a newly built home. So this is resale. HOPA, this is Housing Older Persons Act, or in other words, a 55 and over community. This home is not in a 55 and over community. If the home were inside of a 55 and over community, then you will select verified. All right. We're going to go with no HOPA. The home does not have a garage, or does it? Right. You're going to go ahead and put in here 1, 2, 3 garage spaces. All right. Or we're going to go ahead and put in 0. You cannot leave it blank. Okay. The home does not have a carport either. Now, I like to put this here anyways. It's not a required field, but I like to put it anyways. All right, so there's no carport. Is the home furnished? Obviously not, but you don't have to put that there. Parking description, it's in yellow. Max of 3. Select 1. All right, so this home has a driveway. All right, it has a driveway, and that's pretty much all I'm going to answer. Lot description. This home has 7,500 square foot lot. That is less than a quarter acre. Remember, a quarter acre is right around 10,500 square feet, somewhere there, around there. Is this home waterfront? It is not on the water, so no waterfront. If you are listing a property that is on the water, then you are going to need to describe what type of waterfront. Is it on a canal, on a lake, right? Is it on the ocean or the intercoastal? So go ahead and tell us the water description. Does the home have a view? In my opinion, no view, right? I mean, it's pretty much a standard home in a residential community with no views. Okay. Pool. The answer is yes, it has a pool. It has a below ground pool. And dimensions. What's the dimensions of the pool? Um, it's not important, but if you want to put it in, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a 16 by 32. So 16 by 32. And those are the dimensions of the pool. Okay. Is this home attached to another home or not? It is detached. All right. Which homes are attached? Townhouses, right? Townhouses are attached. This is a detached home. Construction. What type of construction are we looking at? So if you go back to IMAP, all right, and you take a look at the building characteristics, this is a CBS, right? Wall CBS reinforced. So go back over here and answer CBS construction. I want to tell you most homes in South Florida are CBS construction, but when in doubt, go to IMAP and look for it in the building characteristics. And this is a two-story home. Design description, this is a two-story home. Floors, what type of floors are we looking at? All right, I'm just going to go ahead and answer tile floors. You have wood floors, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, all types of floorings. Okay, you can answer more than one. You have a max of 4. Okay, now we move to remarks, guys. Pay attention in this field here, guys. Remarks is public remarks. That means that the public sees what you write here. When your property goes to websites like Zillow.com and Realtor.com, the public sees what you write here. So you want to write the best possible property description, and you want to write it here. Use help, right? If you're not a good writer, use help. That's okay. Use any like Chat GPT or any AI available to us to create a nice description of a property. Okay? Do not place your name, your phone number, or your email address in the remarks. That is an MLS violation. You will be warned, right? First, you're going to receive a warning that says, please remove your name, phone number, and email address from the remarks. That does not belong in the remarks. If you do not remove it, then you may get fined. So make sure that this is solely a property description. So I'm just going to write something. Beautiful home in Coral Gables. All right, I'm just going to write something here, and that's it. Now, of course, you want to be more elaborate, right? You have 800 characters to describe the home. If you guys wish to also write it in Spanish, you can. You have the ability here to write it in Spanish. Now, we're going to come down here to broker remarks. This is private remarks. Only real estate agents on the MLS see what you write in broker remarks. So now, if you want to give instructions like call Robert to schedule a showing, right? And you want to write your number, feel free, because the public doesn't see this. Only agents see it. Okay, so special broker remarks are instructions to other agents. All right. Internet remarks is 150 characters, and it's usually used in a preview of the property on all internet sources. So when your listing goes out to all these internet websites, the preview of the property is going to include the internet remarks. So it's 150 characters. So it's a very short version of the remarks. So you want to write something that fits, right? But perfectly describes the property. So I'm just going to go ahead for class sake, just put in here beautiful home in Coral Gables once again. All right. It is required. We're going to go ahead and just answer that. And we are now finished with our remark section. Guys, take a look at supplemental remarks. You see this here? Supplemental remarks has 10,000 characters. 10,000 characters. The reason for this is because in your remarks, you only have 800 characters. If you happen to write more than 800 characters, then you can go to supplemental remarks and finish your remarks, right? So you have up to 10,000 more characters to write for your remarks on your listing. All right. Moving on to rooms, right? Let's go to rooms. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. This information was populated from the tax record. If you can confirm the home has a 4th full bathroom, then you want to make changes here. It's okay. You can. You went to the home, you saw that the home has an additional full bathroom. So go ahead and list it as an additional full bathroom. All right. Next, you want to come over here and do bedroom description. We're going to say, since this is a 2-story home, we're going to say that at least one bedroom is on the ground level. Any bedroom description that you like, you're going to go ahead and put it here. Let's say at least one bedroom is at the ground level, and let's say that the master bedroom itself, right, is on the ground level. Primary bedroom, ground level. Any additional room information, you have a max of 8. We're going to say that this has a family room, right? It has a great room, and we have a guest house. All right, let's go ahead and say that we have a sauna. All right, we have here a utility laundry in the garage. Dining description is not required. However, if you want to go ahead and offer the fact that it has a breakfast area and it has a formal dining room, go ahead and offer that up. ADA compliant is not a requirement, but however, if the home is ADA compliant and is accessible to the handicap or anything, you can go ahead and put that in here. You do not have to enter any room dimensions, all right? So that is not required, and I don't see many people entering room dimensions. Move on to additional information. Okay, so obviously we're gonna skip all of this over here. Pets allowed, that's gonna be important when you're entering a condo or a rental in a condo. You're gonna need to answer whether pets are allowed or not. But in a single family home or townhouse, you do not need to add pets allowed. Interior features, all right? So anything special about the interior, you must answer 1. Anything special about the interior, we're gonna say it has a fireplace, all right? It has French doors. Whatever you want to talk about the interior. Equipment, appliances. What equipment or appliances are included in the sale? You have 14 max selections. So let's go down the list. It has a dishwasher. It has a dryer. It has an electric water heater. All right. It has, let's go with a microwave. It has here a refrigerator. And let's go with, it has a washer. All right. So select the equipment and appliances that you want. Window treatments are not required, but if there's anything special like a high impact glass or impact glass, you're going to go ahead and select it. Exterior features, you have a max of 7. You have to select at least 1. All right. So if there's anything special about the exterior, like maybe fence, fruit trees, right? High impact doors, you're going to go ahead and select it. Subdivision information, if there's anything special about the subdivision, go ahead and select it. If there's a community pool, select community pool, right? If there's nothing special about the subdivision, then it's okay to select no subdivision park info. Okay, there is no maintenance in this home, so there's no HOA. So maintenance includes, you don't want to go ahead and select anything. But if you are entering a property that does have an HOA and the maintenance includes, let's say, cable, then you want to select cable. Or landscaping, you want to select landscaping. Okay. Heating, it is central heat. Cooling, it's central cooling, right? Central AC, central heat. Water description, is this a municipal water or is it well water? Let's go with municipal. This is city water. Same thing for sewer. Is it municipal sewer or septic tank? It is a municipal sewer. Roof description. All right, so this is a barrel roof. Maybe you have the new aluminum roofs. or any other roof style that you have here, shingle, all right, slate roof. Are there any restrictions? So we're gonna go ahead and say no restrictions. Guys, if there's any restrictions, like you cannot park commercial vehicles, or you cannot park boats, all right, you want to go ahead and put it in here. Equestrian features, if you're listing a house where it's out there in Southwest Ranches or in Homestead where you're allowed to have horses and everything, let us know. Okay, storm protection. All right, is there anything? So complete impact glass, let's say. All right. And then green energy efficient. Again, these are not required fields, but if you have something here that you like to answer, go ahead and do so. All right, so we're moving along pretty quickly on this. We're going to go ahead and click on financial office information. This is important for all of us to pay attention. Beginning with the first field, terms considered. We accept cash. Everyone should accept cash, right? All cash. Do not select cash only, because then that only means cash. Now, if you're listing a property where the owner only wants to accept cash, then of course you select cash only. We are going to select conventional as well. Okay. This is not in the level for FHA financing, but if it were, let's say the house was $600,000, then perhaps you want to select that the owner accepts FHA if they tell you they accept FHA. It's on the listing agreement. On the listing agreement, you have the financing terms that are acceptable to the owner. So cash or conventional. Okay. Type of association, there is no HOA. If the home belongs to an HOA, then you select homeowners association. If you are listing a condo, then it'll be a condo association. Then on the right-hand side, this becomes yellow. When you select homeowners association, you're going to need to answer how much is the HOA fee per month. And then down here, is there a membership required? Let's say you're purchasing a property in some type of country club where a membership is required, then you're going to say yes. And then you're going to write the membership fee down here. There is no membership required here, so no. Moving over here to tax amount. So the tax amount is $12,812, and the tax year is 2023. Guys, if you want to confirm that, go back to IMAP. This is why I like to have IMAP open. All right, what is the tax amount last year? $12,812. So go back over here. It's $12,812. See how easy that was? All right. On the right, possession information. This means when will you hand over possession of the keys? Okay. I normally like to select at closing or when funded. Usually it should be when funded. All right, but if the title company tells you, hey, look, we're funding is going to take place in 1 hour and you want to go ahead and hand them the keys, that's fine. But you have at closing or funding. On the left, we have tax information. This tax year reflects city and county tax. City and county tax. Owner agent. Are you the listing agent and also the owner of the property? All right, in this case, it's no. But if you are going to list your own property, you must answer yes. Okay. Right here, we have your license number and all of your contact information. If you are going to co-list this with another agent, then you're going to put the co-listing agent license number in this space provided. So if you and another agent from our office are going to co-list a property, you're going to place their license number here where it says co-listing agent. Miscellaneous information. All right, so internet yes means that this property is going to be displayed on the internet. It is going to show up on Realtor.com, Zillow.com, Trulia.com, all the different websites out there. So of course you want exposure on your property. So yes, AVM means automated valuation model. If you don't know, all right, automated valuation model, it's going to attach an estimated value for your property. All right, I normally say no. I don't want an estimated valuation on my property on the listing. Blogging, yes, we allow our property to be part of any blogs, any residential real estate blogs out there. The more exposure, the better. And then the address. Do you want the address to be displayed on the internet, meaning on websites like Realtor.com and Zillow? Do you want the 1020 Obispo Avenue address to be displayed? Yes. All right. You want people to drive to your listing and call you. All right. Listing type. We are always going to select exclusive right to sell or rent. Okay. We are always going to take an exclusive right to sell listing agreement. That's what we do here in Florida. We don't do anything else. Okay. We don't do limited listings. We don't do non-exclusive listings. We do exclusive right to sell or rent. What is the list date? So when did the contract get signed? Let's say the contract got signed yesterday, right? And I walked into the office today and I'm listing the property. So October 16th. All right. And then the expiration, it's going to expire in 6 months. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So April, and we're going to go here April 15th. Okay. So we have here our listing date and our expiration date. Do not write the owner's name or phone number. All right. Do not write that. You're going to be volunteering that information to every agent out there. All right. So do not write that. Occupancy information. Is this property occupied by the owner, by the tenant, or simply vacant? If you wish to not answer any of these, then you can go ahead and do call listing agent. All right. You have the option to say owner occupied if the owner still lives at the property. Tenant occupied if it's tenant occupied. And remember, on the listing agreement, there is a space that says this property is tenant occupied until December 31st, right? Or the property is vacant, select vacant. But most people just put here call listing agent. Showing instructions. All right. We want a 24-hour notice on all appointments. Let's say the property is owner occupied, right? And we need an alert. We need time to schedule this appointment, then do 24-hour notice. Also write call listing agent. And then also write appointment only. Now, if the property is vacant and you're going to have it on a super lockbox, right? You may want to put here appointment only, or you may want to put here electronic lockbox, call listing agent, right? Or electronic lockbox, no appointment necessary. All right, you have those options, okay? All right, guys. Okay to advertise. All right, okay to advertise. We're going to go ahead and always select yes, attribution required. Unless you guys do not allow other realtors to advertise your listing. All right. We want people to advertise our listing. We want people to bring us clients. So yes, attribution required is what we should answer. Okay, so we have all of this done. Next is photo instruction. Realtor to upload 1 to 99 images. 1 to 99 images. All right. So I've gone through every field, guys. I've gone through every field. Now take a look down here. There is a button down here called validate. This is going to allow me to check for any mistakes. Now I'm going to purposely remove something because I think I didn't make any mistakes at all. And I want you guys to see. So now I removed something. We're going to go ahead and click on validate. And we have one mistake. One mistake in this page in the financial office information. So what mistake is it? It's here. I forgot to check this, right? So it's none. Click on validate, and there are no red markings at all. That means that I successfully entered all the information for this listing, and now I am ready to click on submit listing. Guys, please do not submit listing. All right, do not submit listing. You are not able to delete the listing if you submit it. You're going to have to call the MLS, and they're going to have to delete the listing for you. So please do not click on submit listing if you are practicing. Now, of course, if this is a real listing, then you submit the listing. Can you save it as an incomplete so you can practice? Yes, you can save it as an incomplete. So let's go ahead and click on save. The next step is to upload photos. So right here, we're going to go ahead and click on add, edit photos, and I'm going to start uploading photos. You can upload up to 100 photos. Okay, we're going to click on browse, and I have here several photos that I'm going to upload. They have nothing to do with the 1020 Obispo, right? These are just photos that I have here. I'm going to upload them now. So I'm going to select them all and hit upload, and here they come. All right, none of these photos have anything to do with 1020 Obispo. These are just sample photos, okay? Now, you guys can switch, right, the location of the photos and the sequence of the photos. You know, you guys can play around with the photos. You can give each photo a description if you like. You click on certify and save, and your photos are now being saved to the MLS listing. All right, you guys can add attachments. So if there's a flyer or a brochure or any type of attachment that you'd like to add to your listing, you have it right here. Edit attachments, and you can upload an attachment. You know what's a good attachment to upload? Let's say you have a signed seller's disclosure already, a seller's property disclosure. All right, you can upload the signed seller's disclosure. Or if you're uploading some type of investment property and you have a financial analysis already completed on the property, then you can upload that attachment. Otherwise, it is not necessary to upload any attachments at all. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and click on my matrix. I'm finished. I'm finished. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to go and click on refresh. All right. Somewhere in your homepage, you should have a section that says my listings. Okay. I have one active listing here, and then you see right here where it says my editable listings. I have one listing that I can still edit. If I go up here to my more and I click on add edit and I open the drop-down menu, there is 1020 Obispo Avenue. Okay, there is 1020 Obispo Avenue. Select it, and here it is. Do you want to see the listing? Let's go ahead and click on the MLS number. This is the listing. Or I thought that the listing would show up. Let me refresh this. Why is it not showing? Let's do this again. It's not showing. All right, so let's try something else. And refresh. There you go. Refresh. My incomplete listing. You see that in red? My incomplete listing. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so it's a full listing filled out. It has an MLS number. It has a list price. It has the pictures, right? It has everything you need on the listing. Call Robert to schedule showing, and then there's the phone number in the broker remarks, not in the regular remarks, all right? Not in the regular remarks. If you want to edit this listing, go here, click on edit, right? Click on edit on the bottom. If you want to manage the photos, manage the attachments, do the same. If you are ready to activate the listing, right? You saved it as an incomplete and you're ready to activate it, go back to more, add edit, select your listing, and then you're going to go ahead and change to active. Change to active. Okay. If you are ready to delete the listing because this was practice only and you're done practicing, follow me here on this. Delete incoming listing. Do not select change to active if this is practice. All right, so let's go ahead and delete it. Delete listing, yes, we're gonna go ahead and delete it. We're gonna go ahead and wipe out everything we just did in class by clicking on submit listing. All right, we are gonna delete this and we're gonna go ahead and click on submit listing. I'm gonna go ahead and double check. I click on add edit and I do not have 1020 Obispo Avenue anymore. That listing is now deleted. All right, if I go back to my matrix, you see how it says my incomplete listing under my listings. I'm gonna hit refresh and it's gone. All right, guys, anytime you click on any of your real listings, this is a real listing right here. We're gonna click here. We're gonna click here. I can always come here and click on edit and I can edit the listing. Let's try that. Edit. Let's say I need to edit this listing, lower the price or do any type of changes. You just click on the property type. And now you have your listing here and you can edit any field that you like. Any field that you like. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this because I'm not editing anything. When you go to the edit field here, modify listing, guys, it gives you an opportunity to schedule an open house. So let's say you're gonna have an open house on Sunday. You go here to open houses. What style open house is it going to be? Open to the public or is it just for brokers? So public open house. All right, come here, open here, the calendar. And this is going to be for Sunday, the 20th of October. Start time. All right, 1 p.m. End time, 4 p.m. Any description that you like to tell people for the open house. And then go ahead and click on submit listing. That's going to effectively schedule an open house. Okay. Do you guys know how to search for open houses in the MLS? It's very simple. Go to search, right? And then click on open house. You're going to search for public open houses. And let's say in the city of Doral, all right, in the city of Doral. And open house dates for Sunday the 20th, and I click on OK, and I click on search. These are the open houses currently listed for Sunday, October 20th. The listing that I just showed you, if I would have saved it, it would have shown up here. All right, so as an agent, I know that these are all open houses. You know what open houses mean, guys? I don't need an appointment to go see the property. I just need to go with my client, or I can go by myself as a real estate agent to preview the property. So those of you that are looking to preview some properties without needing an appointment, a good idea is to look for open houses and plan your day accordingly. Okay. All right, guys, that is the MLS listing input class. We've shown you how to correctly enter a listing in the MLS, how to add photos, how to delete the listing, and of course, how to pretty much make sure that you follow instructions, like you don't miss anything and that you correctly enter the listing in the MLS. Does anyone now have any questions in what we just covered? It's pretty simple, right? It's a pretty simple class. It's a pretty simple process. Practice makes perfect. So if you guys are up for the task, just log into the MLS practice and do it a few times and you'll become an expert at this, okay? So guys, thank you so much for joining us in today's class. We're going to go ahead and upload this listing maintenance video into our YouTube channel later on this afternoon, so you guys can rewatch it. All right, folks, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day and great weekend as well.
All right, thank you, Robert.
Absolutely,
Bye.
guys. Thank you. Bye for now.